Good morning, everyone. The Chief Executive will first speak before answering questions. Please don't ask more than 2 questions when it's your turn. Chief Executive, today is the first Pre-ExCo press conference of 2024. I would like to take this chance to wish you all, friends from the media, a good year. On the first day of the new year, District Council members swore to take up their office. I'm happy to see that within just a week or so, the newly formed district councils have started their work. District councils have called their first meetings, and the 18th district councils have returned to the original function of being an advisory body as enshrined in the Basic Law. They now focus on livelihood issues and on practical matters instead of being politicized. District councillors have made constructive suggestions on various issues relating to the district. Under the chairmanship of the chairman of the district councils, meetings have been conducted in an orderly manner, and district councils act as a bridge between the government and the people. Under the leadership of the chairman, district councillors visited residents of various districts. Some district councillors reach out to different districts to listen to the views of the public and to help resolve problems. I understand that before the Chinese New Year, district councils will work with district care teams to launch a series of care campaigns to deliver love and support to residents in need. We have a wide spectrum among the district councillors. There are youngsters as well. The youngest district councillor is 23 years old. The district councillors come from different backgrounds, say for example professional background, labor, commerce, business, district organizations, and there are also 2 representatives from ethnic minorities. This shows us that there is balanced participation. The improved electoral system has put in place patriots administering Hong Kong at different levels. The restructured district council is an improved district council. At the time of the oath-taking, I asked each district councillor to fulfill their functions and perform their duties and dedicate their work to serve the public. I expect district councillors to make a difference with the work they put in order to serve the people. Starting from this month to May, the 18 districts will launch a number of activities showing night and day vibes of Hong Kong. They will showcase the district characteristics and characteristics of our culture. District councils will organize working groups to take forward these initiatives. There will be various bazaars, carnivals with different themes, showcasing the different culture and characteristics of the district or the different districts. Say, for example, in Sham Shui Po, there will be new products using laser technology in Kowloon City in April. It will echo the Thailand New Year by organizing the water festival, Thai boxing, to showcase the special characteristics. In Tai Po district, there will be a wishing night bazaar. In Lam Chun, in the wishing tree, there will be light saber to attract visitors. And there will also be various activities to attract people to spend money. I do believe that different districts will come up with new ideas to invigorate district economies. Looking forward to 2024, Hong Kong will continue to shine as an event capital. There will be non-stop events. In January to April, there are over 40 mega events and major conferences taking place. That is on top of the night and day vibe activities of the different districts. There will be the Hong Kong Opens. Well, actually, it finished just a couple of days ago. And there is also the ATM Basketball Professional League after a hiatus of 11 years. Participants come from over 20 countries. I have attended the ceremony and given out the award. And on the 21st of this month, the Hong Kong Marathons will take place with over 74,000 people taking place. For football fans, you will see Messi taking part in a match. It will take place on the 4th next month at the Hong Kong Stadium against the Hong Kong team. There is also the World Legend football match. It will take place in the next month. We will see Scorsese, Figo, as well as Michael Owen with these football legends. There is also the Rugby Sevens that will take place in April. There is another event. A world-renowned brand will organize a fashion show in March. This is another successful. This is another mega event after the successful organization of another fashion event in November. The brand will showcase their latest design at Hong Kong. In terms of international conferences, we'll have the first ever financial commerce event. The Asian Financial Forum will take place between the 24th and the 25th of this month. Global leaders in the financial sector will come to Hong Kong to talk about multilateral cooperation and the importance of sustainable development. This shows that Hong Kong is an important international financial center. The Hong Kong government will continue to get international conferences to take place in Hong Kong so that more markets will be developed and Hong Kong's economy will continue to develop. This is also to strengthen Hong Kong's position as a mega event capital.
Now is the time for questions. Please raise your hands and please introduce yourself and your media organization. And please ask no more than 2 questions each time. The first as the gentleman there. I'm from cable TV. Good morning. Well, after resuming normalcy, Hong Kong people are traveling overseas, and there is a suggestion to impose a departure tax both by sea and by air. Would you oppose that? Will that affect people's sentiment? And then we're going to raise fees and charges for water, for A&E services. Do you think that is appropriate? Now, CX has cancelled flights without prior warning a number of times, and that has happened in the past 2 days again. Will you ask CX to improve? The trade union is saying that Cathay Pacific doesn't have enough pilots, and they're cancelling flights to ensure that they can provide normal services at Chinese New Year. What is your opinion? We're doing our budget consultation. Indeed, we have received different views on how to boost revenue. There are different views tendered. I believe we are going to receive all sorts of views during budget consultation. Of course, we will consider all views received, and the Financial Secretary is now proactively consulting different sectors. We will consider all views received. I personally has hoped that Hong Kong will integrate into the overall development of the country, and we should actively participate in the building of the Greater Bay Area, Hong Kong being one of the cities in the GB, and we have seen results. For instance, the cross-border passenger traffic is very busy for both ways, and we of course encourage integration, and we encourage movement of people between Hong Kong and other cities of GBA. And as for public services, fees and charges, we have a regular mechanism to review them on a regular basis. Of course, when we conduct a review, we have to consider the actual circumstances in the community, and we have to take care of the disadvantaged, and we have to assess the impact on different groups of people in the community and different sectors. We have a mechanism to communicate with all sectors concerned. As for fees and charges for accident and emergency services, our primary consideration is whether our A&E departments can really tackle the urgent cases. We have a triage system. We have 5 different categories of patients seeking help. For the most urgent group that require immediate attention, they are Group 1. And for the less urgent cases, we have other classes, and Class 5 being the least urgent cases. In terms of proper use of our A&E services, we should focus on those who are most urgently in need. In our triage system, and according to past track record, we've seen that those who do not need A&E services have been using our services. So we should review our A&E services to ensure that we can serve those who need them most, and it is proper to have a triage system. The relevant bureau will review our overall healthcare services. It will see how we can prevent abuse of A&E services to ensure that those who need them most can be given timely attention, and so we can really improve our services. As regards the recent cancellation of flights by Cathay Pacific because of its lack of capacity to cope with the demand, the SL government is very concerned about the situation. Our Secretary for Transport and Logistics have communicated with the management of CX. We express our concerns, and we also ask the carrier to ensure that passengers affected will see their loss and inconvenience minimized. CX should divert their passengers to other flights or even to other airlines to ensure that they can depart on a timely manner. And if for some reasons that cannot be done, the carrier should take care of the loss of passengers affected. CX must face up to these problems seriously. In the long run, it should review its manpower and capacity as well as the long-term development of its business. The Transport and Logistics Bureau will communicate with CX in relation to all these matters. Next, the gentleman in front on the right.
some English questions from the South China Morning Post. Firstly, with a former district councillor shutting down his community care team as he failed to gain a seat as what he described as an unfair system, are you concerned that this would undermine the public confidence in both the community care teams and also the new district council system? Are you concerned that similar incidents will also happen in the future? The second question, with the recent string of cancellation of flights under Cathay Pacific, is the government concerned that it will not be able to reach its estimate of resuming the Hong Kong International Airport's pre-pandemic passenger throughput, and how will this incident affect Hong Kong's ambition to regain its title as a aviation hub? Thank you.
Well, the care team is an important formation for us to ensure that the best district services are provided to the residents and the people in need. All we want are people who are committed and have a passion for rendering this care service. And for those whose priority is not on providing this service wholeheartedly with the passion and commitment, then probably he's not appropriate. We have over 400 care teams in 18 districts comprising about 5,000 people, and they have been operating very well. There are subsidies that we provide to the care teams, and I know that in each district there are also funds available for care teams to apply. So the system is all there to, first of all, allow people who has the commitment and the passion to provide care for the benefit of the well-beings of the people in the district. And we don't want people who do not take this as their priority in taking part in the care teams. And I'm sure there will be many more passionate and committed people of Hong Kong who will take part in the care teams, as you can see in the 5,000 people comprising our care teams in the 18 districts. And for people who wanted to stand for election but could not satisfy the requirement, then they should review themselves to see why they did not get either the nomination and support of the people. For people who want to provide service, then it's not just what they want. We want the best people. So we need to have a system to ensure that these people are produced. And if anybody looks for a position for money purpose, then probably this is not the passion and the commitment we want. As regard Cathay Pacific cancelling flights over a short period of time, causing inconvenience and also loss to some passengers, of course we are very concerned. Hong Kong, of course, has the mission of ensuring Hong Kong will be a strong aviation hub in this region. So the whole aviation capacity is important. And I understand that because of COVID, then there are challenges that we need to overcome. And I do see great efforts are being made to overcome these challenges. But I also want these challenges to be overcome very quickly and very effectively. So we will be in contact with the people in the aviation industry, particularly Cathay Pacific, to ensure that the capacity is rebuilt as quickly as possible. I also understand that this capacity constraint exists in many cities, similar to Hong Kong. But in this competitive world, yes, I want our aviation industry to rebuild its capacity fast and completely, so that we will be competitive as a whole. And also, I think it is the basic service requirement for airlines to provide satisfactory service to passengers. And I do think that companies in the aviation industry in Hong Kong has that mission and has that goal close to their heart. But we need greater efforts, both short-term and long-term. The Transport and Logistics Bureau will be in contact with the management of Cathay Pacific to indicate our goals and see how we can work together to ensure the best services are provided by to passengers.
時間關係呢，我哋解答今朝。
We'll take the last question of this morning, the lady at the back. I'm from Dot News. First question. District councils talk about activities to boost local economies. We see a lot of vacant shops. Are there any measures to boost the economy for 2024? Can you tell us about the direction? Regarding district care teams, well, there is a team that pulled out. Is there a mechanism to fill to plug the gap? Do you have any plans to address the issue? Economic development is very important. We have done a lot of work post-pandemic. We explored opportunities to develop local economies and to develop markets. You see that we have put in place a lot of initiatives internally as well as publicity campaigns overseas to publicize Hong Kong that we have returned to the international stage. I have given you information about various activities to promote Hong Kong. We talk about mega events and the mega events economy because it brings enormous benefits. For international conferences, we attract participants. They don't just come to Hong Kong to take part in the events. They will do other things as well. When it comes to sports events, similarly, we have participants coming from different parts of the world to watch the games. The athletes will talk about their pleasant experience in Hong Kong in their social media sites. So they bring benefits to Hong Kong. We've also started leisure and cultural travel. We have initiatives to attract people to come to Hong Kong. We understand that there is a challenging external environment. There is high interest rate, and there are also geopolitical tensions around the world. All these adverse factors put pressure on our economy. But Hong Kong has been doing quite well in two areas. Say, for example, the tourism industry as well as the retail industry. We can see from recent figures that for the tourism sector and the retail sector, there is a double-digit growth. We see an increasing number of inbound visitors. Inbound visitors coming from overseas and the mainland has reached 60% of the pre-pandemic level. In some segments, the number has exceeded that in 2018, that is especially, say, in the Philippines and Thailand. Visitors coming from these two countries have exceeded the number in 2018. For some other areas, there is still work to do to catch up. We hope that by the end of the year, our economy will be doing quite well, especially in tourism and in retail. We have night and day vibe activities and various other activities to boost our economy. The Hong Kong Brands and Products Expo has just come to a close. The turnout rate is quite good, and they have made some records in the number of participants as well. So there are a lot of activities that will boost our economy. Hong Kong people are versatile, smart and resilient. We will come up with various ideas to attract people to come to Hong Kong. I hear that during festivals or mega events, there are shops with a long queue outside, whereas for other shops there are vacant seats. Well, if you have spare capacity, when others have a queue outside their shops, then you need to find out why you're not doing as well. We need to maintain, say, for example, a pleasant experience for patrons. Hong Kong is a mega event. We're also a capital of courtesy. We must understand that other places and other countries are progressing as well. So we do need to do better to give consumers a better experience. Hong Kong has gone through a lot. We have gone through some ups and downs. The external economic environment affects Hong Kong because we are an externally oriented Hong Kong. The government has the duty to organize and put in place initiatives, but the operators themselves will have to do their bit. I think everyone has to work to come up with new ideas. I see that for some industries, they have made changes. They shift the focus from sales to quality of service. They aim to make one of our walk-in customers to become their regulars. Hong Kong is a shopping paradise. We offer good service. We have an advantage. I believe that in 2024 we'll be able to overcome challenges. We will make good use of the opportunities to reach new heights. Well, there was a question about filling the vacancy of district care teams. There is an arrangement in place to replace district care teams, say for example, when they underperform. So whether it's a sub-performer or someone who pulls out of the service, there will be an arrangement to address that. We may ask the care team in the next area or district to step in. So there is an arrangement in place. And this time round, the team in the next district have been has been asked to help. We think that there are a lot of people who want to be part of a district care team because they are public spirited. They have confidence and faith in Hong Kong. They have a sense of commitment and they are sincere in serving the district. That's the end of the press conference. Thank you.